policies 70% na trade related. Is that what he say? And now he was the only person in Kufuor's government nobody else did anything. That's an inflated view of his own performance. Chief, but more.
I mean, this is the lowest for Alan Kyerematen. Such a distinguished man. This is the lowest. Is that how politics can? Is that how when you are not winning politics, this is how you behave? Then I don't want to go to politics and not win. I don't understand it. Is John Kufuor Alan Kyerematen's property? Is that his property? I don't get it. How can
after say former president John Adom Kufuor ekoka say wa endorse Bawumia say ma Alan Kyerematen eno so ede nanu se mebetu dwa say wedi former president ho ya pa say wa endorse Bawumia na wan choose no mu enam so amachesem Kufuor bebre ebeba hye ne yie pa enya asem kote na de Paul Adom Otchere ena afensu no ma me Ursula Owusu ekufu enso abeba hye ne yie pa say Alan Kyerematen eka sadia eyade se entwa ye kra wanya de na enye ono nko ani minister one former president John Adom Kufuor aye adwuma ende se bebe na ena Paul Adom Otchere abetoto ede amane Alan Kyerematen na afenso no ma me Ursula Owusu ekufu so ede ne de eka wo yenko ne ekutensema wodo bi omode abetudwa ansa na na make tap send ede amam eso wa mono na so send this kede abaga ne fa mobile money bank account na say GP one dance way to I do promo unless a app store na say Play Store no code tap send dey bisa promo code no about the part TV ede a show tap send say kwaso a save e wo wallet no nyame ya adoma December bosome no omo be sha ase aye adwuma ntie ma wadwen enye wo entanta bia yenko ne nkutiensema wodo bia Paul Adom Otchere na afensu no ma me Ursula Owusu ekufu abetoto ede amane Alan Cash.
I have seen the Alan video. I was sad when I saw it because I know Alan Kyerematen. I know his relationship with John Kufuor. I know how much John Kufuor wanted to promote Alan Kyerematen. I know how much John Kufuor has endorsed Alan Kyerematen. There's no Alan Kyerematen without a John Kufuor. It is John Kufuor who promoted Alan Kyerematen. From the days of Impretech, it was John Kufuor who made Alan Kyerematen Ghana's ambassador to the United States at the turn of the century. John Kufuor said Alan Kyerematen should go and be the ambassador in America. Alan Kyerematen went to be ambassador. That's when people who didn't know him from Adisa Lachimota and family, all of us who didn't know him, that's when we heard about him. That, Kufuor had appointed some brilliant young man to Washington to be our ambassador. He was in Washington. He wasn't quite happy with it. He wanted to come down. Again, Kufuor obliged. What did Kufuor do? Kufuor removed a stalwart in parliament. Kofi Kunadu Apreku, member of parliament who had been a stalwart of the MPP. He had been at the backside of, at the side of Professor Dubois to help him to work. And Apreku had been known in Ghana. Apreku was already a big name. Apreku was taken out of trade and Alan Kyerematen was given the job. Alan Kyerematen did the PSI, etc., etc. Not to say much about that. But in the year 2000's campaign, I was there. The MPP had to answer questions on PSI because the NDC was using it. That you did PSI and wasted money. Forget about all that. Then Alan Kyerematen was given significant support from Kufuor's castle in 2007. That's a dead story. Everybody knows that. The sitting president, John Adom Kufuor, was endorsing a candidate in his party. Something that he shouldn't do. In fact, he didn't even do it publicly. But he did it behind the scenes. Water has gone under the bridge. So we now all know what's happened. But John Kufuor supported Alan behind the scenes because he's such a quintessential Democrat. He didn't want it to be obvious. He spoke to Akufo-Addo people as well. But everyone knew that Alan's campaign had been oiled by Kojo Mpianim. Kojo Mpianim, who is Kufuor's chief of staff, continues to speak for Alan. So there's no Alan Kyerematen without J.A. Kufuor. Alan is nothing without J.A. Kufuor. Today, listen to what Alan Kyerematen says about John Adom Kufuor. I'm completely shocked. Why? Does Kufuor own Alan Kyerematen? Is Kufuor for Alan Kyerematen? Is that Alan Kyerematen's property? I don't understand it. Is John Kufuor Alan Kyerematen's property? Is that his property? I don't get it. How can you be unhappy because the leader of the NPP has endorsed the NPP candidates? Is that not natural? And they are asking Kufuor to keep quiet. Alan Kyerematen, what are you talking about? When you were running for presidential aspirant against Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, everybody knew that John Kufuor was supporting you. Nobody said anything because Kufuor has a right to choose who he supports in the party. That's the spirit of the NPP as I've seen it. And John Kufuor comes out to endorse his party candidate, and Alan Kyerematen is attacking him. And Alan Kyerematen joins the ranks of the NDC I was going to use a word for them, but I can't use it. Alan Kyerematen didn't even condemn the insults that he has seen on social media. He has seen it. He actually joins the conversation to abuse the man who made you. The man who made Alan Kyerematen, you sit down and abuse him like that? That's what he has said. That he endorses Dr. Bawumia, his party's candidate, is a blot on his career. That's what Alan Kyerematen said. But Alan, compare yourself to Bawumia. You are trade minister. Bawumia was deputy governor of the Bank of Ghana. You have been trade minister for 2 terms. He's been vice president and a very, very successful vice president. Alan cannot compare himself to Dr. Bawumia in any way. Maybe he's older than Dr. Bawumia, that's it. But what has Alan Kyerematen done that he's talking about Dr. Bawumia? Dr. Bawumia is deputy governor of the central bank. He has been vice president, an effective one. He has a PhD in economics. He's demonstrated his work. Dr. Bawumia was hired by the AFDB to go and help Zimbabwe. Has Alan Kyerematen forgotten? Please remind Alan Kyerematen. Has he forgotten? Dr. Bawumia was taken by the African Development Bank as an economist with a good brain to go and help Robert Mugabe's Zimbabwe get out of the doldrums of inflation and currency depreciation and all of those economic difficulties. The quagmire, the economic quagmire that Zimbabwe found itself in. The African Development Bank thought that Mahamudu Bawumia is the one to rescue Zimbabwe. Mahamudu Bawumia is a Ghanaian, he's not a Zimbabwean. What is Alan Kyerematen talking? Where is his record? He show us one record. Cassava record. Alan Kyerematen should not let us talk about him. We love him. He should stop that. What record is he talking about? He's comparing himself to Mahamudu Bawumia. Alan Kyerematen. What is he talking about? Does he think we are sleeping? Well, maybe he and his campaign people are sleeping. We are not sleeping, but we love them. Alan Kyerematen cannot compare himself to Bawumia in achievements. Take Kufuor out, take Akufo-Addo out. Put Alan Kyerematen and Bawumia down. What has Alan Kyerematen done in Ghana that is better than what Bawumia has done? I mean, what is he talking? What can Alan Kyerematen point to? What is he going to say? He's going to say that I did an automobile under Akufo-Addo's government, 1 district, 1 factory. I did cassava under Kufuor's government. Mahamudu Bawumia, vice president, brought the digitalization. President Akufo-Addo himself acknowledges that this has been an effective vice president. Everybody in Ghana sees that this has been an effective vice president. Forget about vice president. African Development Bank carried Mahamudu Bawumia to Zimbabwe. The chief, come and help. But at that time, Bawumia had never been vice president. He had only been a deputy governor of the central bank, and that's all the AFDB, that's all the record they had about him. Well, he had taught in Canada, he had taught in Oxford. And that's Bawumia's record. How can Alan Kyerematen compare to Bawumia's record? Even the two of them comparing, Alan Kyerematen does not compare to Bawumia's record. But we love Alan Kyerematen, don't we? But is that how he should treat the love that we have for him? To use the love we have for him to denigrate our godfather? I can't understand this. Even the MPP minister said that somebody was sleeping in cabinet. The MPP ministers, they said, oh, somebody was always sleeping in cabinet. They said somebody was sleeping in cabinet all the time. 2018, 2019, somebody was sleeping in cabinet. The MPP ministers have told me. They've told other journalists that somebody was sleeping in cabinet all the time. Now, what Alan Kyerematen just said is more frightening. Is he suggesting, Alan, that he endorses the insults of President Kufuor? Is he suggesting that? Is that what Alan Kyerematen is suggesting? He's asking the host of the program, have you not seen how people are attacking President Kufuor? That's what he's asking the host of the program. So Alan Kyerematen endorses the horrendous, what word shall I use? I don't want to use those words. The very inappropriate, indecent language that has been used against President Kufuor. Alan Kyerematen says, President Kufuor, he's happy that this Hunto gentleman, the young man called Hunto, sitting on original radio, is able to say the things about Kufuor that he's saying. And Alan Kyerematen is suggesting to us tonight that Kufuor has brought these things upon himself. I mean, this is the lowest for Alan Kyerematen. Such a distinguished man. This is the lowest. Is that how politics can? Is that how when you are not winning politics, this is how you behave? Then I don't want to go to politics and not win. Is this how when you are not winning you behave? Is it some disease? Is it a disease?
I think he's a better candidate than any of the two candidates in my body. Because Kufuor endorsed it. He's unhappy with it. So Kufuor betrayed the trust. So only Kufuor for so many years. Kufuor competencies was 70% of Kufuor's policies about Kufuor president. But on Adepa, if there's anybody to endorse that, probably could have been him.
Isn't that an inflated view of his own importance?
An inflated view of his own importance? acknowledging his contribution in Kufuor's administration and the competencies.
Contribution. President Kufuor ama opportunity to serve in his government. And was say here with them pose out of the millions of Ghanaians, he chose you as Minister for Trade. President Kufuor policy 70% trade related. Is that what he say? And now he was the only person in Kufuor's government nobody else did anything. That's an inflated view of his own performance. Chief minim nepa, but more alcohol. But one thing we should give President Kufuor is say, he's an astute judge of human character, esteemed politician, experienced politician. He's seen it all, from Buzia regime to date. Or that you see. And to carry on more new moye jumani nara, and onim won't wait. And to ne obano bekase, I know all of them. Omo mujani na minimo. Na baby yasi ekoi. Media me feel say ya toma Dr. Bawumia ebe buagana. Boni ben why? And no crapo he should in all humility have accepted say oh me offer. Woni me sign, woni me pa. No bien him say Alan Kufuor nipa. Yes.
Exactly the point. I mean,
all the more reason why he should have listened in all humility to Kufuor assessment. No, President Kufuor on yet because ope ASM and no PBSM. Ghana ye yenti. And I want to see susu who say in Pempenswa ye drui. Any above say ya a tumpon di hiniwo. Dress candidates ye nara. The only one who's articulated a vision for the digital economy is Dr. Bawumia. He is the only one who can move us into the fourth industrial revolution. He is the one who has the ideas, the vision, the knowledge. Ebe to me amma Ghana etumpon. Enti Alan me do pa nanso radio adabraka janchen. Timene nanka on the basis of that ne krapo no me name is sum ye be kwa kokasa na maka say anamu maybe some who say anamu ya me tui ebeboa oman Ghana and ebeboa Alan Kyerematen.
Okay.
So am I doing this for my own personal benefit?
What do you think? What was your suspicion?
Ask him.
But what's your suspicion? What am I your mother? What's your name? The chief, which way?
Very well.
Right.
He's a great friend of mine.
Yeah.
I think he's making a big mistake.
He's making a big mistake?
Absolutely. I think so. And President Kufuor's assessment of all the candidates and declaration of support for Dr. Bawumia should make him sit up. Instead, say, Obebo President Kufuor Chino. Said the OC can from station to station. Many now, and I will sit back and soberly assess the situation and take a decision, say, maybe Kufuor's right. Maybe me ankasa me personal ambition clouded me judgment kakra. And it yesi utrasa uhwechi. Ni ojina nchane me be to me achira say ne wo ye no wo chia no. Maybe this is the time for him to take assess his own campaign, his own chances, and evaluate what he brings to the table and see say there are many ways in which we be to me asum one by. Oh my. Nyasa wo ye mampanin ko ana betumi aso.
Abusiafo nsema wodura eye Paul Adom Otchere and afenso ma me Ursula Owusu ekufu abetoto ede amane alankash ne no asem ene ekonekuti mesoso boso afa comment eto ase onso share no nkoto afroso se no bia se betimi aka video ebi mini di abno so amufa makra me besen share ebiem.
A very big hello to all our lovely Tap Send customers across the world. We appreciate you and we say a big thank you for supporting us and sticking with us all these years. You are the reason Tap Send is there, and you will know that right now you are not able to use Tap Send to send money to Ghana. The reason is that the Bank of Ghana has suspended our local partnerships with banks and financial institutions in Ghana. That means that we are not able to send your money to Ghana right now. This suspension is to do with the wallet product, which we Tap Send launched in the UK and Europe. The wallet product is licensed by the regulators in the UK and Europe. It is legal and is totally compliant with all the regulations. Bank of Ghana, however, have some concerns with the wallet, which we are working really hard to address. So for now, they have suspended our operations in Ghana for up to a month, and we are working to do our very best to reduce that suspension as it stands. I would say, though, that the wallet product is legal in the UK, like I said. Your money is completely safe and protected by the laws in UK and Europe. So don't worry about your money. If you have money in the wallet, it will still be there when we come back, and it will be safe and secure. This wallet is innovation from us, and we hope that we can resolve this and continue to serve you, the Ghanaian diaspora. What I'll say, though, is just like you stuck with us all this time, please stick with us again. Don't send your money through others. Hold the money if you can and send it in December, because we are coming with big promotions. We are coming with big giveaways, and we are coming with good rates to allow you to send money to Ghana and have more money for your loved ones in Ghana. So please stay with us. Your love help us build TapTapSend to where it is right now. Your love and your support will continue to help us come back from these issues and continue to build TapTapSend. Thank you very much. We love you from all of the Ghana team. Please keep supporting us. We'll be back soon.
TapTapSend. Papa no no.